What's up, folks? Welcome to Wasted Space, and welcome back to They Are Billions, where it may well already be too late for me. There's been a ton of really good comments that basically highlight that I've been doing this completely wrong. However, we're going to continue with it, so we can see at least how far we can get. But unfortunately, as I've mentioned, I do think this is probably a bit of a lost cause. I've made quite a few mistakes, and as part of that, we're going to do our best to recover ASAP. One of the things, there's really interesting comments about stuff like, for example, these towers, units can't gain experience when in a tower. That to me seems like an oversight. But hey, another thing is that we should really be doing as much clearing as humanly possible at this point. And while we're doing this, upgrading these buildings, as I kind of suspected, is actually the less efficient way of doing it. So we are going to focus this episode on kind of, not even trying to tech up, trying to get what we've got here. I'm going to leave this spot here for a market or a bank perhaps, but trying to get what we've got here built out into something that's a little more efficient than I had before. And part of that is going to be more workers pretty much immediately. It's a whole chunk of those guys, because more of those guys is more money, is more people working around, we've got the food for it, and it also means that I can train more archers. Because I have not been doing nearly enough clearing. I don't really have enough archers actually out and about yet. Like, I should have way more by this point, I suspect. Also been doing things a bit wrong with the walls. I shouldn't really be including the towers in the walls, but perhaps behind the walls. Apparently they don't have as much HP, especially once upgraded. At the moment they do, but as they go up, apparently they're just not as good. Might be because they're big enough that they get attacked on multiple sides. Same with diagonal walls, this one here. You can get attacked from one extra square by the Z's. So by doing that, we kind of give ourselves some problems. How are we doing on the research? So I want to get the market up ASAP so I can stop worrying about excess resources and start generating money from our production buildings. Now, as soon as we've got the... There we go, I can resume that one. As soon as we had the workers, I wanted to get that going again. You guys keep clearing. Let's get a few more archers up. Sit you there. How are we doing for resources? Not too bad. Stone is probably an important one to get on the go. We're going to want to quarry up in here someplace. I might even be able to get one up here in a way that gets a little bit of iron too. Don't really know. We probably want you out and clearing as well as best we can. You guys doing the work there. They're both upgraded, both veterans, so that should keep us pretty well covered. Can I build a quarry yet? No, what am I missing? Still wood. That's not too bad. That'll sort itself out soon enough. Okay, can I get this up here? Nah. I was really hoping to be able to just cover that iron there, but it's going to not be worth it. We're better off getting... In fact, if I put that one there, we can get two around this. We'll be able to put one over this sort of side somewhere as well. But yeah, let's get those on the go as well. You can get out and be training. So resources-wise, yeah, basically these, while you can upgrade to cottages, really it's more about doing so when you are at a point where you've no longer got the room, because these things, they're just more efficient. Not space-wise, but in every other way. These are a more efficient way of doing things. Technology's done, market's available, so that square there hopefully is the right size for a market. Warehouse will double our capacity. Market sells excess, but we need stone for that, so it's a good job. The quarry's already going up. You guys kill some zombies for me. That's a lot of zombies. Should be alright with 4 of them, I imagine. So how are we doing? Probably want to consider also expanding out a bit further. It looks like there's potentially something down there, some area down there that we could make better use of. Still, she can go and join the current clearing squad. I might even queue up a few more. We're getting low on workers, we're getting low on food, so perhaps... We've got a good spot for a farm down here. 38 is possibly going to be the best we're going to be able to get. Oh, 40. No. Okay, 40 is actually not bad. I wouldn't have expected 40 out of there. What about up here? No, that's never going to be quite as... Ooh, 44 there. It's kind of annoying that there's this little area there that I can't actually access. Maybe I will... I've got so many ideas now. I've sort of listened to some people with a bit more experience than me, because let's be clear... I am not that great at this game, as mentioned previously. Sort of an idea of, so many ideas of what I want to try in future as to how to expand this. Like, giving up on this walling idea too early game. Like, that first wave is so easy to deal with. Maybe you don't even bother with walls until second wave. You just have a ballista ready, maybe a few bits of wood, like almost like I did, but perhaps more committed, less of this rubbish. But at the same time, later down the line, that rubbish could well end up paying dividends. Where are they under attack? Oh, right next to her, okay. Could end up paying dividends simply because we've got sort of many layers of falling back we can do. Okay, we're gonna. I really want that market up, but it's so much stone. Do I go for another quarry? Did I do this correctly? Cannot. Too close. You see, it was so almost. There are other stuff around it that's in the way, so I could whack one down there. I don't think anything else can really fit in that spot. So I might get another quarry there. As soon as we've got the stone for it in the market, I'm then going to put down another sawmill so that we can just continually basically be getting resources the whole time, getting gold by selling any excess we can make. Because it's going to take us a while to get our hand... I'm going to need some more. Need some more rangers up there, aren't I? Well, on that note, let's fill out our housing a bit. This area's pretty much wasted space. It is. So we might as well use it for a bit of housing. That is all we can afford. Food is the next concern, right? Yep. I'm sure they are. She needs a hand. She needs someone else to go and help her out. Wow, you've got good range with that. That. You see what I mean about how it says it's a submachine gun and it so blatantly isn't? Like, he is shooting a shotgun. I know what a shotgun sounds like. Maybe a rifle. Certainly not a submachine gun. One of the sort of big factors of a submachine gun that helps you identify it is the rate of fire, unsurprisingly. So let's see. Get you down here. Can you not shoot him? Is she... Why is she shooting our own gates? I wasn't aware you could even do that. How did I manage that one? Right, you go out there and just demonstrate to these fine folks how what you have there is quite clearly a shotgun and not a submachine gun. It's a powerful submachine gun. That's not a submachine gun. I know what a submachine gun looks like. Okay, let's stop blowing up our own gates. And resources are building up, but not enough, so we just get more housing, more food. We should now be able to get this farm down here. 42 the best we can get. 44. Whack the farm there. That will help the food side of things. We're going to need more power soon, which we need more workers, which we need more food. The cycle continues. I've let everything get a bit low, basically. You guys hurry up and... part of me thinks that there's an argument to not including the elite troops with their slightly dodgy part fighting in this group. These guys should probably go back to there, and you, who isn't elite, should come round. Are you going to do a sensible part? No, I knew it. Look at them. Remember what I said last episode about how the pathfinding at times is a bit stupid? It's perfectly happy to go through areas of the map you haven't explored, because somehow these guys know that they can get around that area when I don't. It's impressive. You get up there, you come out and join the kill squad. Probably help them level up a bit. Next thing we need is some more colony space. I do want to expand out the walls a little bit when we get a chance, but for now, we've actually got quite good space in here. Quite good space and quite securable, it feels. Can you hurry up with that, please? Bing! So now we can get... Where do I want to... Because I don't want to block where I'm going to put a sawmill, so we just want to have these in as tight as possible. Up against the wall is not a bad way of doing it. More of those, and then more energy. We're going to need the extra workers. That's why we're doing that. You guys continue to fight. Come on, come on. Give me the energies. So I wonder what day the next attack is at. Looked like that attack was at day 10, wasn't it? Or day 11? Something like that. So the next one is going to be when? Some point soon, you'd imagine. Nice. Might leave that all for housing back there. Can we slip one of these in somewhere where we're not going to put anything else? Now, we might use that space. We might use that space. Yeah, we really want it on somewhere like there, where we're just it's just barren terrain, basically. Almost got enough now for our marketplace. Part of me is inclined to build more of those already. There's one more tick. Let's get some more housing. Nope, energy is the problem. Maybe whack another one down? We're only going to need more and more of these things as we go. Again, in this area around the stone thing here, the mine, quarry, is open in the end. It's probably a good opportunity. You can have a spot down that direction. Cool, that's the market. So, no, it's not. We are out of workers, out of energy, and out of wood. Energy's coming up. Workers aren't. So I'm going to need to do workers next. And those guys are doing a right job there. Come over this direction. Let's clear this whole bit here out. This looks like where we'll expand to because there's plenty of materials. Cool. More workers yet. No. Still not finished energy. Anytime. Preferably before we max out on resources. Come on. Okay. Where to tuck these puppies in? That would leave a nice gap down in between them. What it does not leave, dull. Let's cancel that. I need to get I don't want to leave room for my sawmill because I think that's going to be. Although we do have one down there, we've got one there, so maybe screw it. I take it back. I'm going to leave this as colonist space because in the end we're going to need tons of that. Whole bunch more workers. You guys are not killing. Is anyone else that could be killing? You are already leveled up, right? Yeah. So you can keep going. As soon as this is done, we go straight for. Because now I'm max on stone. Of course, I'm max on stone. Market, come on. Give me more. Give me more workers. I think this is a spot here that this can fit into. Must have at least 200 colonies to build a new instance. Okay, so maybe we need a warehouse then. Because the warehouse resource production of surround. Oh wow, it's bigger than I thought it was. Dole. This is the other thing I need to get my head around is like, what space do you need to leave for these buildings? Because I've clearly not left enough space for either of these really. I thought it was going to be able to fit there, but maybe the market still can. What can't fit there, however, in fact, what can't fit anywhere useful in the centre area is the warehouse here. I could put it down there, but it's like kind of useless. Okay, in which case I might just spend money. We can't spend the stone for the time being, so I might just gun for raising the colonist numbers ASAP. And just briefly, and I know one of the pieces of advice I was given was don't do this. I remember to unpause that one. Maybe I can keep on top of it. Because the problem is, of course, if you pause these construction buildings, it's very easy to forget you've done so. And then having done that, try and come back to it later and then you'll be like, oh god, we've not been collecting stone for like the last year. That is going to block off that back section, so I don't really want to put one there. Can we get them down the side here as well? Ooh. That seems really, like, not like how you'd do it, but okay. What are we out of now? Not enough resources, we're out of food again. Sure. We do have more farm space. The question is, what's the most efficient? Probably 38 there. Or 40 here, and again, this is a spot that's unlikely to have anything else in it, so sure, let's get you down. Our units are under attack. Oh god. Don't get killed, please. You're a nice upgraded version. These guys have got no interest in upgrading themselves at all. One thing I have noticed as well, another AI, not complaint, but vagary that you should probably be aware of. When you send them to go and attack move like this, they don't always attack the same target. And so they can end up pulling way more zombies than they can really handle, even though they shouldn't really have had that problem. But still, they seem to be alright there. This ballista's doing the job down that side just fine. Can I now... how short are we? 188. It's almost like I might want to start upgrading some of these. I suppose what I could do in the interim is prepare for later bits. So, 13, 14... There's got to be a good opportunity for you. We can almost certainly fit in a bit more food around this lake. And if I switch now to hunters' cottages, these things are super efficient. Partly because you can fit them in really small spots, like down the sides of all this stuff, but partly because of the lack of stuff they actually use. While the farms are quite good, they're using 4 energy for the 4 tiles, but they also take up all of this space, whereas these things use 1 energy and don't take up any space. They take up that 1 slot, so I feel like they're pretty decent. 9, I feel like I should be able to get better than 9 food out of this, however. 14's not too bad. What about down here? More 14s. That, again, is a really good spot because you're never going to fit anything else there. So let's get those going. I could also build another mill just as a sort of future-proofing exercise. That's probably farm territory. Any of you guys leveled up? No? It takes longer than I was expecting, but I suppose they are splitting the experience. Aha! Now this, people explained this to me, this is new with this version. Originally you only had 1 mayor, you picked it at the start and that was it. Now they've got levels and you get multiple mayors. So I can get 3 soldiers, that's pretty good, or sniper salary costs minus 40%, which is a long-term benefit. I think I might go for the longer-term benefit with the snipers, because we will be using snipers later game. I mean, not loads of them, but they're good for taking out the individual larger units. Unsurprisingly, they're snipers after all. Yeah, absolutely no one is surprised by that. Okay, 200, so we can now get... Please tell me... Yay, I didn't screw that bit up. Because, yeah, the markets reduce food needs. So by slapping it here, we're covering a huge amount of those houses we put down with reduced food needs. The only question is, because we got a whole section up there now too, but no, I do think that's a great spot for it. It's going to cover so much. Nice. And as soon as that's done, I no longer have to worry about capping on resources. So that's pretty sweet. That's also sorted out the need for, so let's unpause these before I forget about them, because they are requiring a whole bunch of workers and power. Yeah, that's dropped our worker count way down. Now here, we do want to try and keep stuff within range of the food reduction building now, I think. So that looks like a couple there. Don't think it's going to let me fit. Why would you let me put it there? That's a really stupid place to put one. But the game is fine with it. Okay, I get you. It's the same there, it just like block off the entire area. Why would you want to put one there? I suppose I appreciate that you'll allow me to. I also wish at times, I must admit, that you could rotate the camera. Because there's times like here where you just... It's not always that clear, like that gap that's going down the middle there. You wouldn't necessarily think it's there, unless you're kind of paying a bit closer attention. I suppose there is an argument to pay more attention, but yeah. That's going to be inside the area as well. And I couldn't put the ballista there, could I? I tried. So that works. Anywhere else? There's also that little spot there. Does still leave gaps either side. But will restrict our movement quite a bit, so screw it. So that's a whole bunch more workers coming in. We should probably use some of this gold to continue. Well, should we get snipers? Or should we get the stone workshop? Probably get the stone workshop first and then snipers second, because we shouldn't need snipers for this first wave. These girls still doing the work down there. Keep clearing them out. Everyone else is ranked up, I believe. Yeah, can you see? It's interesting. There doesn't seem to be any... Ah, there you go, veteran ranger. So when you get them out, you can tell. Their hair goes yellow, but I was just wondering if there was sort of an easy way of seeing what's going on with them when they're inside a tower. And the answer is maybe not. So the plan for today is to do exactly what I did yesterday, which is basically an episode is between waves. So the next wave that comes, hopefully will survive. And then having done so, right, speaking of the next wave that comes, I should really be preparing for that a bit better. Part of that is going to mean expanding out this area a bit more so that I can put the second set of walls in. And there is a big iron deposit there that I might actually end up wanting. That one's quite nice as well, but still. Keep going, loves. Need to clear some map here. I feel like you could do with some friendly backup at this point. The market's almost finished. Let's get some more of you. Yeah, the market's done. Wow, food through the roof all of a sudden. Not gonna complain. You're researching. This is selling any excess now. Oh, sorry. Sudden frog in the throat. So, I'm going to leave this pause for a sec so I can decide what exactly I'm doing next. I think it's expansion time. I'm pretty certain that we need to expand a bit. So, yeah, okay. Main focus now. Work out where we're going next expansion-wise. Keep enough materials kicking around that I can fill in some more ballistas when I need it. These great ballistas, pretty cool. I also quite like this. You've got the nearest and highest level. You can actually change the priorities for them. So with the snipers, we'll be doing that. Not so important at the moment. New building available, stone workshop. 700 gold for that. No, I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill. Now, unfortunately, fitting the stone workshop is going to be another question. That's part of the reason why we're going to want to expand at this point. Keep going.
What do you want now?
Speedysies. Speedysies, no less. I actually might let a few of them build up there and build a second posse, second group to go out and start clearing a different side. As long as the rest of them are sort of vaguely doing work. Right, now that's up, so that means I can now think about doing a second wall here. Aha. So really we wanted to include this iron deposit in it. So I will probably need to extend our energy level out from within here. Not ideal, but whatever. Yeah, my energy layout at the moment is a bit crap. Didn't think that one through quite as well as I could have done. But that's fine, and then for you... Run away. Run away, get him killed. Better. Okay, where was I? Get that down, and taking advice, we're going to put walls behind that now. Sorry, towers behind the walls. And then, once this bit's done, there we go. Next set of walls up there. You girls can keep clearing. She'll jump in there as soon as available. We could start on iron soon. We could also... Got enough for the... No, we still need more housing. Part of me does start to think maybe it's time to start upgrading some housing instead. We do have a little spot for one there. I think that's probably about it, unless I put them in really silly spots. That's probably okay as well. That's not, 'cause that's going to block the tower. That's fine, however. Cool. A little bit more. They can walk over the quarry, so that's fine. A bit haphazard, I'll admit, but for this base, it's just about whether or not... How much can I learn in this playthrough? Because, as I said, I think I'm behind already. As far as I didn't focus on the economy hard enough, you can see how much better the economy's looking already, you know. And I didn't focus hard enough in that angle. And so we're in this same slightly difficult position where, while this is going okay, it could still be going better. You girls actually want to go up there and we'll clear this side. You've got a tower to jump into. 5 tents complete, that's 16, so we could go stone workshop or we could go warehouse. Increases resource production is good, but I can't help but feel like getting the jump on the next tier is probably quite a good plan as well. I've not really left a good spot for this stone workshop though. No sir. I could whack her there and basically sacrifice a bit of food for it. To be honest, that looks like a better spot, doesn't it? Because that's while it's not very well defended, it is in a spot that we're unlikely to use for anything else because of what lands underneath it. So, okay. Stone workshop coming up. That does mean I'm also really going to want to extra secure this side. Those guys are going, okay, you can go up there, get outside and do some clearing. Not too bad. Yeah, the question is just whether or not I do the cottage upgrades soon. Looks like people can just about get past all of this stuff down there, so that's okay. Lots of guys wandering around. Some comments as well about, like, because of course I mentioned that it's unusual for a roguelike or roguelite, whichever one this is, I think it's roguelike, RTS game. And Dwarf Fortress inevitably came up, and I suppose you could probably include Rimworld in that. And it just dawned on me, would it be cool to have some management features in this? Sort of go a bit more colonist happiness, that sort of thing, you know, the stuff that you'd expect in a more management type game rather than, say, what you've got at the moment, which I'd say resembles much more of a typical RTS. Now this is going to rely on potentially having diagonal walls, isn't it? That thing that I was advised not to have. Well, not necessarily. This one might. I'm not very happy with that at all, but whatever. We're completely out of workers already. I am going to have to start upgrading some of these to cottages, aren't I? I mean, our income's looking pretty damn good now, so that should be okay. What are you girls doing? Near the colony to the east? That's not that helpful, because I don't really have an open section towards the east. I suppose this is as good an opportunity as any. We're still down workers. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. 6 hours. That's probably not enough to upgrade and then also... Okay, so I might pause something again. That thing that people don't like me doing. We're not using the stone, really. So I'm going to pause the stone production, free up some workers so that we can get a ballista up. Perhaps a bit like that. Perhaps down here. We're going to want to leave space for the quarry, so no. I think up there. It's not ideal. In fact, there we go. There we go. I don't know, you know, it says from the east. It doesn't tell you until they come onto the map which one it means. That's not going to be done in time either, is it? Whoa, and it's running like garbage. Can we stop this whole occasionally my PC starts running like garbage when recording thing? It's not cool. I think it's a byproduct of the fact, because people mentioned in the, which video was it that this first came up? Was I recording? I can't even remember now. A Stalker, of course. Yeah, this came up in Stalker, and people were talking about Origin and stuff like that. I don't think it's Origin. Okay, so it is this entrance. Cool. You can see a little red arrow on the map showing you where infected swarm. Yeah, it was Stalker, and it was doing this horrible laggy thing, and I never figured out how to fix it, unfortunately. You go in there, you go in there. The ones that don't have elite yet stand outside so that they can still gain experience. And I guess I should try and fix this whole why is it lagging so badly problem. 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. Apparently just restarting the recording can sort that out on its own, which is fine by me. Swarm incoming. We don't have any entrances up the top here, so we're sort of safe from that side of things. This side of things should have finished itself, so while I've got a moment, let's set ourselves up some walls that go, say, along like that. Not that we've quite got enough, but that should also ensure that we don't have that horrible situation of a diagonal wall. Ooh, surely not. It'd be terrible, can you imagine? Get archered. And blistered. All of the people's favourite things. Cool, that is secured. The Z's cometh. Oh, you see, here I fix the music as well. There is music, it just was turned down too low. 5% is too quiet. Oh god, hang on. They're coming up this side. That's not the east. You have a funny idea of the east, game. Yeah, it is that side. Oh my god. Really?
The walls are under attack.
Look how long it takes our blooming troops to come round as well. That's ridiculous. They're going to get through at least the first layer. I have messed this up. Hopefully not so badly that we can't recover it. You guys should really be in that tower. You lot should all be here. Oh god. Sorry, what's this? You can't walk through walls. That's not how the game works. They went through the wall before the point at which the wall was broken. I am actually going to sacrifice these dudes on the basis that for now they are holding up the zombie horde. I can't believe this.
They are attacking the
I mean, not only did I screw up, but I'm sure you guys saw that. They were running through the blooming wall before the wall was destroyed. That's not cool.
They are trying to break through.
The same way it's not cool that if you say zombies are attacking from the east, they then come from the north. But hey, and attack what you could argue is the northwest hand face of the base. Like, not the face that was supposed to be, but maybe this is appropriate because as you guys can see at this point, I've kind of messed up. And perhaps if we were to do this again, I might be able to do a bit better. Yeah, the infection is spreading across the colony, isn't it? Look. So this is how quickly it all falls apart if they do manage to get in. And then this thing, as soon as they attack it for a little bit, gets infected, and that is game over. Come on in.
Infecting our buildings.
Do it to me.
They are trying to break through. Our soldiers are in trouble.
No. Ah, there we go. God, it's 25 days. Pretty awful. Pretty awful, but hey, as I said, now I can go into it with a better idea of what it is we're supposed to be doing. And, to be fair, perhaps set it up in such a way where the zombies can't run through walls. Bit unacceptable, but whatever. Whatever, we'll deal with it. So there you go, guys. I am going to start a fresh one of these because I want to see how far I can get, and thanks to very helpful comments, I now know that not only were we doing things horribly wrong, but also that I might be able to survive a bit longer as long as I don't let that happen again. That was a bit derpy. But hey, what am I going to do? It's over now. That's the wonders of roguelite, whatever you want to call it. Cheers for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please... Oh, go on then. Go on then. I guess I'll just have to start another one. How terrible. Righty then. Different approach time. Pause. Spread you out. That looks like a closed off area. Let's get these guys spread out, ready to start doing some exploring. See if we get as lucky as we did last time with the spawn. Let's also get where we're going to want to build some housing. This looks like the sort of area where we're going to want to expand. This is safe for farmland. Looks like it might be safe down that direction. Don't want to end up too close to this, so... where should we do it? 2, 3. That'll do. Guys, spread out a bit. That's all you can afford to build to begin with. Ooh, hello. Bit of a protected area.
That all? So boring. Yeah,
Looking alright, looking alright.
great.
Alright, you go level up that direction. You guys continue looking around.
I hope you're not wasting my time.
Pause it up. Get ourselves... Still missing gold.
So tired.
Need another tick.
That's nice.
Building completed.
What's going on down here?
Yeah.
Not much until you reach zombies there, so that's a sort of a hold spot. That's a hold spot. She'll hold this side. She's found that's actually blocked off. Good, good. Anything else around?
Yeah.
Just this huge sort of barren zone with quite a lot of
Units
ore
under attack.
further down. Okay, you have got yourself in a bit of trouble already.
What?
I suspect one of you can hold this area. One of you go up here and hold this side because I'm not very happy about the amount of area we're expecting that one lady to cover. And now we should be able to get basics up. So, hunter cost. In fact, we don't need food yet. I should save and go straight for sawmill. Okay. Anyone for you guys to actually fight with and level up on? Doesn't look like it. Well, you two can.
This better be good.
Don't want to leave any of the areas open because the Z's will come sliding through like they always do. Alright, cool. We got enough for our sawmill. Nice big chunk of sawmill. Ooh, 17. That is a lot of wood. 16 is also, but yeah, 17 there. We could even fit another one on the other side. And we can still afford to whack down a hunter's cottage for 16. Huge resources. Not too bad. Right. Let's keep covering. Aha! Mr. Shotgun has found him. I don't know if they can veteran. I've never actually used a shot. Because the soldiers, because this makes so much noise, I tend to leave them back in the base. And I've always had them in towers, not realising that by putting a unit in a tower, you prevent it from generating any resources. So, yeah. So let's do another. We'll do them in batches of 6 and spread them out like that. And then I'll leave a spot intentionally central for the warehouse, the market, etc. Actually keep that into mind, in account this time. English, wasted. Use your words. Okay, Tesla Tower. This direction, methinks. That looks about right. Stuff coming together. I'm just going to slap down tents basically whenever we have the materials for it to begin with.
Here we go again.
Is this blocked off?
Are you sure?
Oh, nice.
Let me put
Okay, this might be quite securable.
what?
Not
Yeah.
that comfy just having this section here open though. At least for the moment. Maybe just she can go and do some fighting right now. First Tesla up. Let's whack you down and let's also get more food in preparation. Really gun to just like scale the economy up as hard as I can on this one, as early as I can, and then worry about the defense side of things a little bit further down the line. So yeah, we want wood workshop quite quickly. Anyone else fighting? No. Nope, just her. Well, you keep going. Yeah, a lot of the time there isn't any music, is there? That's what it comes down to. It's like even with the music turned on, unless something's happening, there isn't any. Okay, might want to also get some soldiers up. Can we do a quarry yet? No. So maybe... I can't really use the wood at the moment. It's gold first, isn't it, really? So I need to leave space in here, I think, somewhere sort of maybe around this. Because this can be our housing area. And we can put, that's also where we'll put the market, the warehouse, just centrally here. So I'm going to try and keep that in mind, and thus build our housing buildings around the outside of that as best I can. See if that works out this time. You go kill with your submachine gun. She's doing alright. He will just make enough noise to almost always bring himself stuff to be working on. We're almost full on wood again. Already. It's quite impressive. Next concern is probably saving for the wood workshop here. Let's get this out of the way of where we might want to build other stuff. So, like right against the side here, that's kind of farm territory, isn't it? That's not a bad spot. Cool, okay. Get the wood workshop going. That means I can go and research our ballistas. Not going to worry so hard about getting cottages this time, because that didn't really seem to do us any good last time. So, lookout tower. No, thank you. Wow. Grants research great ballistas. Yes, please. So I can already build great ballistas. So if we could have just not done the wood workshop at this point. If I'd waited slightly longer, we could have got away without needing to build it at all yet. That could have been pretty good. You can continue killing. I want to find out what's up this angle. You're going to get yourself in trouble with that lot, aren't you? You're not going to be able to kill them at the time.
This better be good.
I really doubt it. I should give it a good try. I like how she's not shooting. Target priority nearest. Yeah, not quite. Not quite. If you say so, love. If you say so. I'm not buying it. Okay, so again, probably more housing. Until we start having food concerns, I feel like just plough the housing out. And then we can probably do that same sort of run along the bottom edge here. I don't want to get too far into the middle until we figure out where the market and so on are going to go. Not the, yes, it is the market, but we need to research that before we can get to that bit. So I'm going to try my best to leave that open. It does mean that we're still going to want some more housing, however. I could try and do 2 rows, but I'm not confident it's going to let me do it the whole way down. Yeah, it's free access of another building. So I feel like along this bottom edge is where we should start next.
Attention. Building completed.
Don't complete. Not enough resources. What are we out of now? Food. That's not a surprise. I really didn't pay much attention to food aside from building that. Oh no, we did get 2 cottages. Should be able to fisherman over here, right? Yeah, definite frog. Not ill as such as just throat wants to make me cough repeatedly.
Attention. Building completed.
Okay, now
Building completed.
soldier centre is going to be a big one, which is stone, which means a quarry. Food's coming up. That's done. So what do we go for? Market and farms, I guess. Market's really going to help because it'll get it down early. We're getting so much wood just off that single sawmill. It's ridiculous. Like enough wood that I can't keep up with the gold. This is why the market's going to be useful, I suppose. But the market, if I'm right, requires stone again. So I'm going to need the quarry, which means we need energy. First energy building. That's food and so on. Come on, give me more gold. I don't want to spend the gold on building walls either. We don't have enough income to build a mill in one tick. More housing is going to be the key, isn't it? Cool, there's a mill. That to me looks like a spot for a mill. Uses up our wood surplus a little. Could be doing more killing.
What do you want now?
Little concern that we let Z's in when doing so, of course.
You are gonna pay me for
Oh,
this,
hello.
right? Are you sure?
Hello.
Okay.
Not bad. Looks like this area is pretty decent. Not as good as perhaps the first area, or maybe it's better. We got more room here. I was quite tucked in that other spot. Could make use of this. So we're capped on wood again. I should not be letting ourselves get capped. I should be... Energy's on the go. Research is not going to... Right, we're going to want more workers before that's done, aren't we? Not enough resources again. Power. Get the energy finished so I can slap down some more. Keeping it upping the gold income. Come on, come on, come on.
Attention. Building completed.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to get a row in front of these, I don't think. So really, really looking forward to getting that mine down, warehouse down, so I know where stuff's going to go, where it's going to fit. Do I want to quarry that? I'm going to have to. There's nothing else close by. Short on gold for the quarry. Okay, well, let's quarry next then, I think.
Attention. Technology research finished.
Market available. Good, good. Yeah, so it's the stone. Oh, of course, it's a 200 colonist limit. I forgot about that for that. Dole. So gunning for that quite so hard was a bit unnecessary. I have also blocked this off in such a way that that's the only decent spot. Right, next concern is food. Again, I can't afford to... Can we afford to... I want to research the farms. 400 for that, right? Yeah, okay. Quarry's coming, so yeah, farms are next. Market's not going to happen until our stone supply has started, so it's kind of okay. She has single-handedly made our way down, quite a long way down this area now.
What's up? Any infected?
Not bad. You want to go and start doing the same this side? That looks like quite a big bunch over there. I'm not 100% confident by that. Okay, there's gold we need for definitely farms, right? Definitely farms. Farms going now with the
Building completed.
gold we have here. How's our energy? No, we need more energy. We need Teslas. Starting to max out across there. I want to get a wall there, but I can't fit it at the moment. That's a great place for a wall, though, nice and straight. Nice and straight, same way we'd probably want one straight across there as well. Capture this sort of, or cover this entire area. And then maybe up there. That's obviously a bit later. That's a bit more late game, but probably do a temporary little blockage. Something like that. I don't know. That Z there looks like he's going to wander in at some point. Yeah, I really want the soldier centre up and running too, because at this rate, I kind of really want everything up and running. Because I could do with more soldiers to start actually clearing and doing a bit more work. Okay, food is going to be a farm, so for now, let's find a sensible position to expand this side out. That looks alright. I wonder if there's any way we can increase this. Structures cost, army cost, not really. Not really. Let's save for the farm now. That's almost ready. Wood is going to cap out. Stone's starting to come in. That's good. Farms can go down here. Lovely bit of farm territory. Capped on wood again. And this is all off that one sawmill just because it does 17. That's crazy cool. New building. Farm. Go. 50. Boom. I bet you we got some really high numbers down here. Yeah, that's just major farm territory. Sweet. One of you down. Soldier centre next. Then market. Then probably defence. Yay, one of them's become a veteran. Okay, you can get back here. You go up here. Switch positions. Only one of them so far, but we'll do this sort of rotating thing where I send them out to clear and the non-veterans are clearing while the veterans are back defending. Just need to get, again, the soldier centre up for that to really work. Probably end up slapping down some more housing before we get to that point. Food sorted. So yeah, workers are probably going to be the next main concern. This isn't going to be... What do I do? Can't get one there, can get one there. It started to look so neat to begin with, and now it's all fallen apart. It's 40 stone for the market, and it is 20 for the soldier centre. So it is the soldier centre that is coming first. So I might as well just dive in on the basis that I'm probably going to end up having to replace the positions of some of these regardless. Yeah, it's annoying that you block the access there. And then there, that's too close to the quarry. Well, a couple more, maybe on there as well. Mo tents is the answer. And you can probably rotate the tents to make sure that the entryway is on the right side as well. I certainly have not been bothering, but it might look a bit nicer if I did in future. More research, maybe not. Maybe continue to spend sensibly, perhaps on some defences, perhaps along here. I can't leave the gap I like to leave. We could just almost assume this and treat this as a sort of last fallback position. Is that... Ooh, okay. I actually thought I was going to build there. And then a tower, what do we have? Down right at the ends? Probably lack coverage if we do that, but we want to keep in mind that there's going to be a ballista added to this, so... Sure. Oh, well, I can't afford it. Oh well, at least that ditched a load of the wood. Load of the excess wood that we've got kicking around. You're not really the lady I wanted doing that, if I'm honest. What it does mean, of course, is that with that side walled up like that, she could afford to then move and help. In fact, she could afford to go down there, hold that side, one of the other ones can come up and do a bit of killing in a pair, get those veteraned. Yeah, I'm really interested to see if you can get a vet soldier. I imagine you can. It'd be a bit weird if you couldn't.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. Do some killing. Right. So we're still 2 stone short. I think I'm just going to wait on that. Soldier Centre next. And then while we're doing all that stuff, the stone's slowly going to build up, ready for the warehouse and the market and so on when we get to that position. Does the warehouse cost any stone? It does. They both cost 40 stone. Okay, that's an interesting limiter. So there's no way you're getting them that early game, because at best, as you've seen, you get not that much stone at any given time. Like +3, best I've seen is about +5. Not saying that that's the best you can get, but it's the best I've seen. Okay, what was I doing? Soldier Centre. Soldier Centre should really go somewhere tucked out of the way where we're not going to make any other use of the space. Back there would have been quite a good spot for it if I'd left a bit more room. Yes, if I'd left a bit more room, or left that free perhaps. Instead, it looks like we might have to take up some valuable farmland. This is our 60s area. I can't be doing that. That's market space. I can't take that up either. That wouldn't be acceptable. Maybe I concern myself too hard with farmland when there's loads around. Alright. So in which case, let's just tuck you there. Soldier Centre going. One side is successfully walled off. I do like how again, they know there's no defence there, so they're quite happy to keep pushing round. So just give it a poke every now and then. Okay, next up, let's start extending out our ownership as well, because we're going to want to make sure we've got coverage of actually reaching down here. Does that get all of it? Pretty much. That what to do. 2 at once is probably a bit overkill, but whatever. How are we doing? You two, you're going to want to come back and kill the zombie that's about to attack the walls.
Our defences are being attacked.
And then the ones that have followed you down. You got some friends just there, look. Go say hello.
Attention. Building completed.
Soldiers, very good, but the amount of aggro they attract is...
Building completed.
I thought that was a zombie for a second. I was like, how did he get there? No, it's all over already. Walls, walls, walls. Spend all of the wood on walls. This is still slightly defensive angle. Maybe still too defensive, perhaps. I don't know. Alright, one of you girls get back into there. One of you, let's go and help the soldier clear this bit. Because if we can find out what's up there, we might be able to lock some of these areas off. Also, more housing, because we need 100% more workers. You're not going to block anything or prevent anything later down the line. That's probably where I want to put... Somewhere in here I'm going to end up wanting to put a ballista. That spot's probably no good for anything else. So, sure. A few more housing. Another tick of wood to finish off that side. And she can just patrol back and forward behind the wall, because they can shoot through walls for reasons. This side, you, my friend, you're going to want to pull back a bit, just to make sure no one sneaks through that edge. The lady over there can cover us. Right, let's get some more rangers out, start clearing. Might want to do some more research soon. I can go straight for the stone workshop. Don't have any ballistas up yet, although day 8, yeah, we are approaching the first attack, so maybe chill. What tower's back there? No, again. Let's save. Let's save. You up here. In fact, you just Let's rally you somewhere else, somewhere more sensible. And then do what we did last game, which is sit on enough to be able to build a Great Ballista. On whatever angle they decide to come from. I love how as soon as you've built a wall, they start trying to break through it. It's like sort of a guaranteed thing almost. Right. You move to there. You girls can continue to train, send another one up to clear. Part of me wonders about maybe building up another wall on one of these sides, but again, this would be best there and there, rather than trying to build a janky wall across the side. And I don't even know what's up here yet. We're still trying to find that out. Trying to figure out what to do with them. One more. So, we've maxed out on wood again. I mean, there is always the argument I can just take the wall down. Oh good, it's time for funny recording problems that just materialise after a little while. Always fun. Well, given that this has gone quite a long way over, I might just stop things here. It gives people a chance to give a bit of feedback before we hit the last wave, or the first wave. Let's see what you guys think of the second attempt at doing this properly rather than the first one. This certainly looks a bit different to how I was doing it last time, so maybe, maybe not. Anyway, cheers for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this one, please hit that like button. If you didn't, the dislike button's right next door. And otherwise, I will catch you over the next couple of days for the continuation. Cheers, folks.